Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I am doing a look that was requested from one of my lovely subscribers, matcha makeup. And when I first thought of this and you know these colours, the colour of matcha, I instantly thought of this eyeshadow palette here, the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow palette in Hot Jalapeno. I instantly thought of this matte shade here and I just thought this is absolutely like the matcha sort of an eye look for me. So I'm going to be creating that look today and I will talk you through all of the products that I'm going to be using today. I will start off by saying I apologise if I sound like a snotty, sniffly mess. I have a cold, but honestly at this point we're so close to the end of Everyday October. I'm like, I just need to power through. If I missed a day I would be really sad and I would feel like I'd let myself down. So we're powering through and then I'm going to go for a nap. So I'm going to start with the base. I'm only doing something very simple. I'm only doing something very easy because, like I say, I'm absolutely full of cold, so I can't concentrate on anything that is too complicated today. I hope that is quite alright. I'm going to start with the base and I'm mixing together these two products here. The new Beauty Crop Glow Milk Primer, which I have mixed in with a few different foundations, and that's my favourite way to wear this, to like dial down the coverage of quite a high coverage foundation and add in a nice little bit of glow. And I don't think I've tried it with this one yet, so I'm excited to see how that's going to go. It's the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and this is in 00A Porcelain. So I'm going to take 2 pumps of the Beauty Crop and 1 pump of the foundation because this is like the most intense coverage foundation that I have, and I don't feel like I necessarily want that much today. Like, it's going to be quite a relaxed sort of a makeup look, so I don't want intense coverage, but I just want to see how this primer mixes in with this foundation because I think it will look beautiful. So I'm just going to dot this all over the face. I am using a makeup sponge today. I was reading through my comments and I can't remember what video it was on now, but somebody had asked what makeup sponge I was using, and generally speaking, unless I'm like testing a new one, I always use the same ones. They are the EcoTools Bio Blender sponges, and they used to be purple but they're green now, and they're absolutely huge. They're so soft. I really like them. They are my favourite sponges. I always have them linked in my description box, so if you ever want to know like any tools or anything that I'm using, I do have a few of my favourite ones linked down there. So I've got that dotted all over. I'm just going to get my hair out of the way and going in with the sponge, and let's see how these two products together sort of sit on the skin. Like I say, I don't want a ton of coverage today, but there's a lot of redness around my nose. I'm also so incredibly dry. Do you get like that? Like when you get a cold, does your like skin dry out? Like all of my lips are cracking. I'm falling apart at the seams here. Okay, I feel like that's looking really nice. It's obviously slightly less coverage, but it's more coverage than what I was expecting it to be. I feel like this looks still very like high medium coverage, like medium to full. I was expecting it to be less coverage than this with the amount of that primer that I put in, but I feel like that looks so nice. It's so nice and like glowy and like natural looking. I really like that, and because it's got that primer in it, the Beauty Crop one that has like skincare in it, I feel like it's probably going to do me some good today. So I'm going to go in with my favourite concealer. I've got myself a new tube. I'm very excited about it. The 17 Second Skin Enhancing Concealer, and this is in the shade 002N. I'm just going to get rid of these dark circles, make myself look more awake. I don't think anything can help me today, but if anything's going to help me, it's this concealer. I'm also just putting on a nice thick layer of lip balm so that can be sinking in whilst we're doing the rest of everything. I'm already starting to feel a little bit better. Is that just like my mind thinking you look a little bit more awake now? So maybe. I'm going to use the 17 Glow and Define bronzer. This is in the lightest shade 010, and I'm going to just try and warm up my skin, add a little bit more life into the old complexion. And I really like this bronzer. It's a really great undertone. It's a really nice finish. It's really nice and smooth. It's not too pigmented. It blends out. It's one that I reach for when I just want to like not have to worry about applying too much. Like I can go quite heavy-handed with it and it doesn't ever really look too much because it's such a light shade. I feel like it makes it quite easy to use. And then for blush, I'm going in with this one, which is my new favourite blush, I think. I cannot believe how much I enjoy this, considering the one that I tried in the summer is probably one of the worst blush ones I've ever tried. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in Berry Radiant. Also, have you seen the new collection one that's in like a berry shade? I've ordered it. It's coming this week, hopefully. So I will be sure to test that one out against this one because, like I say, I really like this one. I think that it's superior over the lighter shades. I don't really know why I just put blush on my nose, considering my nose is already bright red. I should not have done that. Never mind. Okay, so I am sufficiently bronzed, I'm sufficiently blushed. I'm just going to go off and do my brows, so I'm going to use the XX Revolution Faux Brow Pencil, the one that's in my project pan, and the Beauty Bay Brow Fixer. So, I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Okay, so that's the brows on, and I've also just put some of the Beauty Bay eye base across my eyes. So, like I say, I'm just going to be doing something very simple on the eyes today because I just don't have the mental capacity to focus on anything that's too complicated. So I'm going to take, I know what brush I want, but where is it in my little tub? It's in here somewhere, I'm sure of it. This one, which is the Hey Shorty Beauty Bay tiny little very dense sort of flat brush, and I'm just going to dip straight into this e.l.f. palette, straight into this shade here, and I'm really going to like load this up on the brush. And because this is a tacky base, I'm going to just like stamp this all along the lash line. So I'm not being too precise with it, I'm not being very neat or very careful at all, but I'm just packing that colour on right next to the lash line. And then I'm going in with a much bigger, much fluffier brush with no colour on it, no product at all, and I'm going to just sort of start tapping over all of this and blending it upwards and into the sort of shape that I want. But like I say, I'm really not being very specific at all with this blending. I just want the colour to be like very intense at the lash line and then sort of blended upwards. I am also blending it under my eye, but just like whatever I've got on that fluffy brush. Like I say, not being precise with it, not being neat at all. And then I'm just going to go back in with that flat brush and make sure it's as intense as I want it at the lash line, build it up a little bit more. So I think I'm happy with how that's looking, and I just want to tap over a little bit of the shimmer that is next to it. So that's the one that I've got on all over the lid. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that one sort of down the very centre, because matcha is that sort of bright, greeny, beautiful sort of shade. So I'm just going to tap a little bit of that over the lid. Then one last blend with that fluffy brush, and I think that I am done with the Elf palette now. So I am going to add a wing, and I'm going to be using the 17 Ink Legend Tattoo Eyeliner in bronze to add the like latte part of the matcha latte. And I also think I'm going to use a little bit of the Beauty Bay highlight in the shade Beam, like right on the inner corner, because a matcha latte is sort of creamy and milky, and I think this sort of a almost warm creamy sort of a shade, I think a little bit of that right on the inner corner will tie everything together. So I will go off and do the liner, and I'll do the inner corner, and then I will show you up close how that's all looking. So that is the eyes done. We are green, we are brown, we are creamy coloured, and I'm absolutely thrilled with how that is looking. I did also put on a little bit of mascara. This is the Essence Lash Without Limits Brown Mascara, because I just thought the brown mascara would go with like the brown wing and the more sort of neutral earthier tones. And yeah, I'm thrilled with how that is looking. So now I will zoom you out and we can decide what lip product I want. I'm just going to very lightly tap off that lip balm. I still need it, I just don't want too much of it on there. Now I'm going with the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in 03 Soft Beige. I got myself a new one. I actually ran out of a lip liner. I feel like for other people that's like a fairly common thing. I think that's probably one of the first lip liners I've ever like completely run out of. So I got myself another one. And then I'm just going to tap ever so slightly over the top with the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo in Heroic. So this is slightly more brownie toned than my favourite one, which is Super Nude. I just thought that like something a little bit deeper and a little bit browner might go nicely. Let's see. Yes. That's perfect. And because it's like a glossy sort of nice hydrating finish, I feel like that is exactly what I needed. So that is my finished look. Let me know what you think. I would love to see your take on the matcha latte makeup. I haven't looked up if anybody else has done this, but I feel like this is matcha latte makeup for me. And I am absolutely thrilled with how it's turned out. So let me know what you think down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If there's any other looks like this that you would like to see, any more sort of trend-led makeup looks, I would love to know what you'd like to see. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!